Thanks for tuning back in to End of the World News. This week, we'll be seeing high temperatures all across Be Serious Land, with Itchboville seeing a record high of 498 degrees Celsius. One could say that it's bad for the girls. The official advice is to stay indoors unless you need to pick up rations from the Shein depot. Later tonight, we'll check back in on an active missing persons case. Levi Bernhardt, a member of the rebel IDGAF resistance army, hasn't been seen on MP4 website youtube.com in over 2 years, but the search for the enigma remains strong. Let's go over to Jessica and her bass banging from here to Buckingham Palace bangs Bob to get more coverage on this story. Wait, this just in. He's been spotted. In our studio. Are you getting this? Girl, where have you been?
"28 months. That's how long it's been since my last upload. I feel like I should reintroduce myself. 1 second. My name's Levi Bernhardt. I am an actor living in LA. I started YouTube in 2013. 10 years ago, and I left the internet basically in March 2021. Hi. Hey, this is awkward. It's been a while. Over 2 years. You guys remember me? Be honest. How many of you subscribed to me and then forgot about me? Okay, who else was scared? Me too. What? Why? Well, that's a really good question. I feel like I'm in trouble. I feel like I'm in the principal's office, like describing, like I got in a fight on the playground and I'm like trying to defend myself right now. So look, I disappeared. It was on purpose, but I didn't mean for it to be like that. So my whole life, everything was about becoming an actor. My entire life. Every big life decision I've ever made has had becoming an actor factored in some way. When I went to live with a host family in Italy after I graduated high school, it was because I didn't know what I wanted to do in college because I knew I just wanted to act. I had to go to college. My parents, are very supportive, but they were like, "You're getting a fucking degree." So I needed some time as a little teen to figure out what I thought life was about. Then the major I chose in college was what is acting adjacent that I would not be unhappy doing if, God forbid, I can't become an actor. So I did multimedia production. I was like, I have a degree that would allow me to go into, like TV journalism or hosting and that kind of thing. After college, when I moved to Korea, it was because I knew I was at the point in my life where it was time to move to LA and go for it. And I've probably talked about this on the internet before, but I had like this huge life goal. Before my mid-20s, I wanted to be trilingual, and I only knew 2 languages, Italian and English at the time, even though I studied Spanish in college. And I can get around in Espanol. I would never say I speak Spanish. Anyway, I had this huge life goal to speak 3 languages before I was 25, and I only knew 2. And I really wanted to learn Korean. I knew that if I moved to LA to start doing the acting thing, I wouldn't really ever have another chance to go live in another country. And I did it. I learned Korean before I was 25. And I am so proud of myself. And even starting YouTube, I factored in acting. I'm not a Nepo baby. I am Team Nepo baby. If I was a Nepo baby bitch, you would never hear the end of it. But I'm not. I'm from the Midwest. My mom is an MRI tech in a hospital. My dad is a fireman. We're not like rich. Hello? Amy?
And you know what?
I just saw someone walk by my door.
What was that?
But my roommate's not home. I'm so scared.
Okay, James.
If this is the last you ever see me, you know what happened. Someone's in my house. What was I talking about? Oh, right. Not a Nepo baby, not rich. So I was like, what's a way I can get my foot in the door as a youth to set myself up for the most success possible when I really go for this? And I thought YouTube. The whole reason I started my YouTube channel was because I thought it might help me down the road in my acting career. Like, I'm telling you, every big life decision I've made in my life revolved around acting. And I didn't really talk about this online up until like, the last year I was doing social media. I don't know, I guess it came from a place of insecurity maybe, that I wasn't actually acting yet. And so it felt embarrassing to, I don't know. I mean, I'm in a different place now. But I guess it felt embarrassing to say I'm an actor, or like I'm trying to be an actor, when I personally didn't feel like I was doing anything to take steps in that direction. But my entire life, I've been trying to go down that road. And yeah, in March of 2021, I decided that was like, I'm here, I'm in LA, I'm paying ungodly amounts of money for rent every single month. This is the time to put your head down and go for it. I felt like in that beginning stage, while I was building the foundation of an acting career, that it would be best for my mental health and just honestly my like sanity to stop doing the internet. So I deactivated my Twitter. I still don't have a Twitter account. I became significantly less active on Instagram. Sorry about that, guys. But I still be posting good pictures of myself, saying I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I didn't upload on YouTube for the last 2 years. I've been taking acting classes for a long time, even pre-LA. There's this website called Actors Access. It's basically how everything is cast in Hollywood. And when you have like an agent or a manager, they get access to the back end of the website. It's called Breakdown Services. But the front facing one that anyone can access with an account is called Actors Access. There's like short films, there's some non-union commercials, there's sometimes some feature films on there that maybe aren't going through agents and managers to cast. And I had a paid membership for a year by that time. And in March, my membership was about to expire, and it's like $150. It's not a cheap membership. Something kind of like snapped in my brain. I was like, wow, I have had this account for a year, and I've been too scared, or like I had some resistance on the inside to actually submit myself for an audition, because I never felt ready. Once I got the email that my membership was about to expire, I was like, Levi, you're gonna renew this membership and you're gonna go for it. And that's what I did. I actually just checked the dates. I had been submitting myself and auditioning for like a month before I quit YouTube. The day my last video was uploaded, the following day was my first ever day on set, acting in a short film as the lead. And that was so special. And it just felt like I was finally doing it. I was so happy. It just felt right. I don't know if you guys have ever done, the thing you love doing and just felt that feeling where like this is where you're supposed to be. But when I was on that set, everything just felt so right. I'm trying not to be like so dramatic, but I just felt like this sense of relief that I was right. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that was an incredible feeling. And from March until December, I was going crazy. I was doing a short film every month for a long time. In 2 months, I did 2 short films. I was a lead in a lot of them, and I was supporting in a few of them. Okay, like, look at all this. These are all of the auditions I've done. Well, probably not all of them, actually. And then, like, these are the short films that I got back, at least. Tried to warn you, champ. Okay, that's enough of that. You get it. And every time I just felt so good. Even the short films that like maybe weren't as smooth or were harder. I did the short film and we shot in the desert in like 110 degree heat. And that was so hard, but I was so happy. In December of 2021, I got contacted by a commercial agency and I signed with a commercial agent. And then in March 2022, so a few months later, I got a theatrical manager. Okay, actually, I do want to explain this a little. So in the acting world, there's commercial and theatrical. And when you hear theatrical, you might be thinking, oh, theater. Theatrical means film and TV. So a theatrical agent and manager gets you auditions for like shows and movies, etc. And then commercial agents get you auditions for specifically commercials. Does that make sense? Take it away, Chair Levi. Without a theatrical agent or manager, you can't audition for like shows or movies, like the real ones, you know what I mean? And so in March of 2022, I got a theatrical manager, which was a huge deal. And that was a big turning point for me. I mean, I felt like I entered the big leagues. I was going out for, I'm using past tense because obviously with the writers and actors strike, everything's completely shut down. When I say was, I just mean like nothing's happening right now, but it will once everything restarts. But anyway, after I signed with my agent and manager, it felt like the next level. I got new headshots that are amazing, and I was auditioning for some big stuff. And it was so exciting. I did like 90 or something auditions, and I got some callbacks for some stuff. Obviously, I haven't booked like a big show or movie, but I auditioned for some stuff that was really exciting. I guess I could talk about some of it since it's either already out or the cast has already been announced. But there was that, it wasn't technically a Teen Wolf spinoff, but it was like made by the creators, and it was also about werewolves. It was called Wolfpack. I auditioned for like 3 of the male leads, which is so funny because I actually thought I was a really good fit for them. And then when they announced the cast, these are the 3 actors that booked the roles that I auditioned for. Kind of made sense why I didn't book that. That was humbling to say the least. One day, a show's gonna need some skinny kid. They're gonna hire me. I auditioned for the lead of this Netflix show. It hasn't come out yet. They did announce the cast, so I think I can talk about it. But it was called Pink Marine. The script is amazing, and I thought I would be perfect for it, but I didn't get it. This guy did, and he's like a little famous, so I get why I didn't get it. But all this to say, I've been auditioning for some awesome stuff, and I've been having an amazing time. The past, I want to say 6 months, YouTube has been itching the back of my brain. I've really missed it. I like doing YouTube, but I needed that time to set myself up because I know there's all these overnight success stories of actors who book this show and then all of a sudden they're this star, which most of those are PR campaigns anyway. Most of those actors have been in town auditioning for years before they book something. But all that's to say, it's gonna be a long journey for me, and I'm here for the long run. But I needed that time to book some stuff, get some experience on set, learn what I'm about as an actor, learn what I'm good at, what I'm bad at, what the industry sees me as, what I am capable of, you know? And I honestly can say that I have done that. I feel like I have the foundation now to build a career on. I'm not saying anytime soon I'm gonna book something big, or I don't even know if that's my dream. Obviously, of course I would love to be in some wildly successful show, but if I could just pay my rent with acting work, I think that would be a dream come true. I think that is in my future. I've had a lot of resistance about coming back to YouTube. I have this fear of, I have 250,000 subscribers, and this is an ego thing I've come to realize just upon reflection. But my ego wants to have a successful acting career based off my acting skill. I would love to book a film because I gave an amazing audition and then I do amazing in that movie, which leads to more acting opportunities. I'm not saying that's off the table, but the longer I've been here, the more I realize that having an acting career is not necessarily just about how good you can act. Obviously, that's a really important part, but it's about people knowing you and liking you and trusting you to do a good job, having previous work that shows you're capable of carrying a show or a movie, being able to sell tickets or drive views to a show, and how you look, not necessarily being beautiful as a person, which for a lot of film and TV that is important, and whether we like it or not, that's just the reality of a visual medium. There's so much that goes into it that isn't just how good of an actor are you. And I don't even know if I made it clear what my point was, but my point was I've always been scared to be known as a social media person trying to act instead of an actor who takes the craft in the industry seriously, who also does social media. And that's what I was talking about, my ego. I don't want to be known as a social media person who can act. I want to be known as an actor who does social media. But the longer I've been here, the more I've been able to shed that part of my, I don't know, that self-importance or this idealized version of what a career can look like. I don't think I care anymore. I really like being on social media. It makes me happy. An acting career takes so long anyway to really get going. I guess I was judging other people who have social media, who have acted. I realized that I had this mindset of like, well, I take acting way more serious than them. That was where I was coming from. And that's such a shitty place to come at anyone from. Social media people who have booked roles, who am I to say that they don't respect the craft of acting or have never wanted to act before in their lives? I don't know. Like, I don't actually know that. That was like my judgment. I've been able to, over the last couple years, like kind of get over that and like come to terms with why I was feeling like that, and realize that like I can do social media and also be good at acting. Like, those two things can exist. I think something that helped me a lot was a lot of this big stuff I auditioned for. I wasn't getting those auditions because, or even in spite of, having sizable audience on YouTube. Most projects I auditioned for probably had no idea that I had a YouTube channel. That was kind of an eye-opener. I was like, oh, people can see that I'm like unserious on the internet. I say that and I'm like uploading the most fucking serious video I've ever put on this website, but people can see that I can be unserious on the internet and then watch my acting reel and be like, oh, he cares about this. Yeah, I think I've closed that gap. You know, I had some mental missing link that those two things could coexist and be true at the same time. I'm excited about this right now. I want to try stuff. I've always wanted to do commentary videos and I never did. Why? I don't know. I tested it a couple times with like my paparazzi videos and I had so much fun and they performed way better than my other videos, but I never leaned into it. I want to try video essays. I have a couple video essay scripts that I've written about like this deep dive into K-pop, about UFOs. Like, I have those videos that I've never tried because I was like, oh, I've never uploaded a video essay. Like, my audience probably won't like that. I don't know. So this is gonna be new for all of us. I'm really in the zone of, you know, retraining my brain to be doing YouTube, to just try whatever the hell I want. I'm giving myself permission to not worry about losing subscribers after I upload this video, or my views being really bad as I come back. Like, that's okay. That's gonna happen. I've been gone for almost 2.5 years. I can't expect everyone to have stuck around. If we're being honest, a lot of my subscribers came from those group chat videos and probably never watched another video of mine again. I don't know what you're signing up for as we move forward from this video. Fuck, I gotta stop doing that. All I know is I'm really excited to be back on the internet, and let's see what happens. See you in the next one. Bye.
And scene. Right? That was so Oscars. Oh.